progress here in the England series? Do you think they could have three or four steps back to that?
No, I don't think so. I think if you can take emotion out of the whole scenario, and yes, it was a really bad loss tonight. I didn't think we started off the game well at all. 70 runs in the first 6 overs put us on the back foot straight away, and that's by some really poor bowling. I can understand if you bowl one or two cut balls and the wicket's sitting up a bit, but I think we went for 10 boundaries from cut balls, which got the momentum going their way, and I thought we pulled it back nicely in the middle sort of periods. But yeah, we're always going to be staring down a barrel when they're 70 after the first 6 overs. So I think that's where the momentum started to go for them. And then, if you have a look at the batting, chasing 190, I think that on par was probably about 150, if I'm honest with you. That's how poorly I think we did bowl. We're not going to go out there to try and get 160. Our batters went out there to try and chase down 190, and they got the ball in the right area. They bowled with some good pace. They didn't bowl with any width. They hit good areas, and they got good bowling attacks. So we sort of expected that as well. And we tried to go out there and make a play, and we just lost too many wickets, especially in the middle there. Agar's hat-trick didn't help out, but I do think that the game was pretty much gone by that stage in any case, because we didn't make an impact in the first 6 overs.
What are the solutions for the ball? There seems to be this, you spoke about defect at the end of Centurion.
Yeah, look, it's not something that you can change overnight. I think we worked really hard in the 2 days that we had here to train, trying to work on things like Yorkers where we've been tested, and we've come up a bit short. I just think our lines and our lengths today were really bad. Like I said, 10 cut balls in the first 6 overs is just not good enough. You're basically gifting batters 40 runs without them making a play. It's not like they were running down the wicket and taking us on. We're giving them boundary options, and that's where it sort of started for us. And then we were playing catch up the entire time.
Just on Ashton, I don't know if you've ever actually played against him before. Did you be surprised by him getting 5 wickets? I know you said it was damage had been done already.
No, he's a good bowler. I mean, we've watched him in the Big Bash. I've obviously watched him play for Australia, so we understand that he's a good bowler. We weren't able to put him under any sort of pressure. Like I said, we were playing catch up the entire time. I think the damage was done up front. What did we lose in the first 6? 3 wickets. You're always on the back foot chasing 190 odd when you lose 3 wickets in the first in the power play. So he bowled well tonight. I think the wicket assisted spinners quite a bit as well. There's a bit of turn of stopping in the wicket. But you still got to put the ball in the right area, and he bowled really well, so well done, Tim.
Even though the bowling was very, very bad, do you think that Dale was one of the guys that bowled better?
Yeah, look, when I talk about the bowling, I'm not talking about individuals, I'm talking about it as a whole. I just, like I said, the first 6 overs we went for 70 runs. I think we bowled 1 Yorker that didn't go for a run. So our options just weren't there tonight. We dropped quite a few catches as well. So it wasn't a good night at all, from a fielding, from a bowling, and then obviously it sort of carried through into the batting as well. But like I said, take emotion out of it. So you've got to put your finger on where you feel that you went wrong, and I think the start of the game we went badly wrong, and we played catch up the entire time after that.
When you look at the team that played today, compared to the one that played against England, most people will expect this team to be closer to what you guys will be sending to the World Cup later this year. Are you able to pinpoint exactly where you need to fix in as far as performance is concerned tonight going forward?
Well, if the performances that were put out tonight and you're pinpointing guys to go to the World Cup, I think we need to relook at that. But I do think that, yes, there are certain places that are up for grabs for World Cup. With these guys getting opportunities, I think it's important that they've got to take the opportunities now. Our plan would like to be that, a month or so before the World Cup, we've got our minds on who we want to take as a 15-man squad. So it's difficult it's difficult for players to make a name for themselves a month before the tournament. So So now is the time that players need to put their hands up and stake a claim for positions. And there are still positions up for grabs. We don't quite know what our combinations are going to be at this particular stage. And we're waiting for guys to step up, and hopefully those combinations will spell it out for us.
Speaking of those combinations, you surely miss that Temba and England combination at the top.
Absolutely, Temba's in great form. Injury is something you can't control, and we had to move the order around a bit tonight. We still feel that we've got the players to make an impact up front as well. Even with a guy like Rassie and Quinny batting together, they have batted together before as well. So yes, injury is not something you can control, and hopefully we can get him back on the park as soon as possible to hopefully ride his form as well.
And Simon last week.
What could and should change for Sunny's game?
What?
What could and should change for Sunny's game?
What could and should?
Changes.
Like I said, without getting an emotional, if you have a look at the bowlers, the performances, I have a look at a guy like KG, and probably people are going, okay, went for 45 and 3, but understand KG's just come back from a long rest as well. So he needs game time. We all know the performer that he is. So it's no use me making an emotional decision now and saying, okay, well, we're going to leave KG out because he went for 45 and 3. So, we need these guys to come back. A guy like Anrek is another option for us as well, but also hasn't played a lot of cricket of late because we needed to rest him. And I still think that that's the right decision that we made with KG and Anna. We want them fresh. So they all need a bit of game time. It's not the end of the world losing one game of T20 cricket. Yes, we're going to have to shape up quite a bit in the next week. But there is also a plan going through to the World Cup to try and see what combinations we got and get players into form and also try to rest them where we can as well.
Mark, against England, the series, it was always a win first, and it sort of went downhill. This time it's starting with the loss against Australia. Do you think, in terms of preparations and the way you do things, you change things a lot, or you still trust the system that you're applying, that you're going?
Yeah, I think we've got to trust the system that we're applying. I think we're working really hard off the field. We understand the areas that we do need to work on as well. Like I said, today was not a good performance at all. We were way below par, and it showed in the results. So we've got to get back onto the horse again and understand that we're up against a very good team. And if we rock up and we end up playing 40% cricket, we're going to get beaten and beaten badly like we were tonight. So, we'll go back to, go back down to PE, and I can trust you now. We'll chat to the guys and we'll try to get them up to put a lot better performance in the second game. If there's anything to go by, we've won the first game in the whole series against England. Hopefully we can turn that around and lose the first game and win the next two.
Thanks very much, guys.